Hi all. We have already discussed about 1 to 45 sentence for OET speaking in previous video. Here we can see next part. 46. I do really understand your situation. Try not to worry. 47. It's very safe and simple procedure. I will be with you during this procedure. I will try my best to make your comfort. Is that okay? 48. You seem very anxious. Would you mind telling me the reason? 49. Your concerns are reasonable. Let me explain you few things. Before obtaining blood from a donor, he or she undergoes certain blood tests. These are to find out whether the person is having any kind of infection such as HIV or hepatitis. 50. The blood is receiving from that person only after it has been proved that there is no infection. Therefore the possibility of infection is very small. Is that clear? 51. Mr. John, I assure you that it's a safe and simple procedure and I will be there with you throughout the procedure. So you don't need to worry about the procedure. 52. During the blood transfusion procedure, a line will place on your blood vessel, in an aseptic way and will start the transfusion. 53. Prior to the procedure, we will check your vital parameters such as temperature, blood pressure, heart rate and respiratory rate. 53. A nurse will be with you throughout the procedure to monitor your condition. If there is any unusual reaction, the transfusion will be stopped. Is that clear? 54. I am so sorry to hear that your son got an injury. Try not to worry. I am here to help you. 55. Would you mind if I examine your son? 56. I can see that it's bleeding. Would you mind if I examine your son? 57. It seems to me that your son doesn't need stitches because it's a superficial wound. 58. I do really understand it's quite difficult to see your child is in pain. There is nothing to be alarmed, because it's only minor cut. 59. This time he needs dressing and we will clean the wound and apply antiseptic cream. Then we will do a pressure bandage dressing, so that it will stop bleeding. 60. Being a mother, it is very difficult to cope with the situation. 61. For the wound healing, usually, it takes about 4 to 5 days. 62. You don't have to worry about because your child is in growing age. So the wound healing is very fast. 63. I understand that you are really worried about the scar formation, but I assure you that you don't need to worry because these scars will go away by itself. 64. Now, it's really important to focus on wound healing. Are you following me? 65. Definitely, he will be able to use his right hand properly once the wound has healed. 66. For the wound healing, you need to take rest for 2 days and avoid using your right hand for 2 days. Is that clear? 67. Always remember, it's really important to keep your finger clean and tidy. 68. I recommend you to clean the wound and apply antiseptic cream. Then put the bandages. 69. We will provide all the needed materials from here. How does that sound? 70. While showering, I suggest you to put a plastic cover over the dressing, so that the wound doesn't get soiled. 71. You know, Mrs. Maria, children at this age are very curious. So we need to take precautions. 72. It would be a good idea if you keep all sharp things inside the kitchen cupboard and lock it. 73. You can keep things a little bit up, so they won't reach there. In this way, we can prevent further accidents in the future. Is that clear? 74. Head lice is a common problem among children. I understand this problem worrying you a lot, but there is nothing to be alarmed about. We have particular treatment to solve this problem. You can effectively manage this infestation with the help of medication. 75. Head lice, infestation is a common problem in children at this age group. 76. I know you have taken all the hygienic measures, but I would like to tell you that even with all this hygienic measures, still, there are chances that head lice can spread. 77. This problem may be due to someone in your child's school might be infected with head lice. And when the children play together, there are chances that lice spread from one child to another. 78. I can provide you a head lice comb. That will be helpful for you, so that you can manually remove the lice. 79. I suggest you to apply herbal products, which you can buy from the local pharmacy that you could apply on the hair. Then comb with head lice comb before shower. 80. I highly recommend you to repeat this every day until this problem gets sorted out. Am I clear to you? 81. Head lice can spread from one child to another while playing. 82. It can also spread to other members of family. So it's better to check all family members and treat at the same time. 83. One thing, I would recommend you to inform school nurse about this, because there are chances that other children might get infected when they played together, so that we can avoid that problem. 84. I am so sorry to hear that you are experiencing pain. 85. How would you rate your pain on a scale of 0 to 10? In that, 0 is no pain. 1 to 3 is mild pain. 4 to 6 is moderate. 7 to 10 is severe pain. 86. The doctor has prescribed appropriate medication for your pain. If you take more medication than usual dose, that won't be good for your health. 87. The doctor has prescribed good medicine to alleviate your pain. Please, try to take this medication. 88. I understand your embarrassment. But you know, doctors and nurses are used to a huge range of medical issues. 89. Pilonidal sinus is a small opening on the surface of your skin at the top of your buttocks, this caused by an ingrown hair, and is exacerbated by sweat and prolonged sitting. 90. It may be due to prolonged working hours in sitting position. 91. The friction on the ingrown hair due to prolonged sitting can irritate your skin and might cause cyst formation. 92. I am going to give you some information regarding post-operative care after the procedure. 93. You need to focus on wound healing. Therefore it is important to take salt bath to facilitate wound healing. 94. Post-operative pain can be managed by taking medication prescribed by the doctor. 95. Following discharge, if there is any unusual signs like fever, bleeding, swelling, redness, please inform us. We will take care of you. 96. I am sorry to hear that you got an injury, but you did the right thing coming to the hospital. 97. You are at the right place, we are here to help you. 98. From my examination, the wound seems okay. It's not deep, so you need wound dressing only. 99. Tetanus is a serious disease. It affects our nervous system and muscles. It's caused by a bacteria which is present in the soil. These bacteria get into your body through small injuries with rusted particles. 100. Tetanus can interfere with your breathing and can be fatal. Usually, the symptoms